Welcome to the Art of Vibrancy podcast. It's a place where inspired experts distill their brilliance down into simple, practical advice that you can use right away. It's 8 minutes, it's 4 questions, and it's one practical piece of advice that you can put into use today. I'm so pleased that we have the one and only Mr. Marcus Mosey with us. Marcus is an old friend. I've known Marcus for, what is it, Marcus? 15 years at least.
Probably, yeah.
Marcus is, I'll just tell you what Marcus is up to these days. Whereabouts are you from, by the way, Marcus?
Born in Devon, raised in the Midlands, and then moved up here to Lancaster. So there we go.
Right.
Devon to Black Country to Lancaster.
So Lancaster, my favourite city in the world, as you know.
Mine too.
Marcus was previously a youth worker and a secondary school teacher. I didn't know that, Marcus.
No.
And over the last 20 years, he's been involved in Christian ministry in Lancaster. He's a brilliant networker and he's great at bringing together church leaders and organisation leaders. He leads the New Life Church in Lancaster, and it consists of people of all age groups, lots of different backgrounds, and all different ethnicities. His passion is enabling people, whatever age or background, to see their worth and to live the best life that they have been given. It's a beautiful thing to do. He's married to the lovely Lou, and he's got 2 boys, Caleb and Josiah. So does that just about sum you up, Marcus?
Well, I think it's quite a nice summary, to be honest. That's the good bits.
Okay, we're going to get on with this. 4 questions in 8 minutes, and I'm going to time you and your time. I've got a little timer. Your time, Marcus, starts now. We're off to the races. So, Marcus, what, in your experience, is the biggest problem that people face as they age with regard to staying healthy, well, and positive? So they want to change, but what are the roadblocks that they put in their own way that stops them changing?
I think the roadblocks are put in before then in some ways. The biggest problem is that when we're relatively well and we take our lifestyles for granted, don't we? We eat what we want, we irregular exercise, maybe not the type, and even if it's regular, maybe not the type that's most helpful long-term for us. So for me, it was hard plastic pitches, playing football on them, that gave me patellar tendonitis, and I had to do something about that. And also, we can just develop an inflexible, just accept it, I'm getting old attitude to our situation. So I think for me, the wisdom of age needs to allow some of the attitude of youth, the passion and that I can change it attitude of youth to still filter through even into older age. Don't just accept it. Roadblocks, I think a gloomy focus on any sense of deterioration is not healthy. Sure, we're all aging. I mean, I'm 47, Rob. I think you're 49, aren't you? I'm not sure.
Close.
But I can't do what I did at the age of 27. I'm a realist. And I understand that illnesses and health conditions, they can develop. But don't just focus on the results of illness or aging. Rather, aim for something else. Aim for something. And I think one big roadblock is loneliness and isolation, especially if the family you once had has all flown the nest or you've lost a loved one. So I think that is a big one. My dad needs motivating, someone to say, come on, get out, let's go out walking. So Mum and I do that. And I think if you haven't got somebody to do that with, reach out to somebody to actually get active with, or join a group or something. Online, it's difficult right now, but that's really important, I think. Those roadblocks are there.
Right. So the main roadblock is people are, they think they're getting old, so then they lose sight of their youthfulness.
Yeah.
And then there's loneliness through being, the children flying the nest and that sort of thing. And they need someone to give them a boost. So question number 2, what are the common mistakes or misconceptions people have about solving that problem, about trying to find somebody to help them, that sort of thing? What are the
Well, I'm no expert, but I mean, I've sat with a lot of people pastorally, older folk, and I think one of the misconceptions is it's too late. I can't see the point. I might not be around much longer. This is a biggie. My best days must be behind me. And I'm thinking, rubbish. Or at least they will be if we believe that. And I even had that crisis at 40, Rob. I don't know if you ever had a midlife crisis. I thought, oh, more than half my life's probably gone. But now, I tell you, I am fitter now than I was at 40. I'm 47. And I've done something about the things which were ailing me. So I think that's a really common mistake. It's too late. The best years are behind me. They will be if that's what we're telling ourselves.
Okay, brilliant. That's brilliant, Marcus. Thank you. So question number 3. People have, they think that it's all too late and they're getting old. It is such rubbish that. We know that. We both know that. I especially know that.
I've seen that with you, Rob. It's certainly not true.
It's not anymore. So what's a really good tip, the number 1 tip you could give to our audience today that would help them straight away? Some tangible, specific action that they could actually take today to get out of, if they're feeling those things that, oh, it's too late, I'm tired, and it's, I'm getting on. What's a really good thing that they could do?
I mean, first of all, this is about soul care, really, about the mind and about the soul. And I think is feed yourself a different message. Get a renewed mind. I'm a realist. I don't think I can achieve whatever I want. I'm never going to play Premiership football now. But the way we think is crucial. So I'm a Christian, I'm a church leader, and I found the Bible has a lot to say in this, in just a few of these verses, like Proverbs 23:7. It says, as a person thinks in his mind and his heart, because they're connected, so he is. So I think it's important to get some things which feed a different narrative about your life into your ears and into your head. So take some time, find something that is going to open up a different path in your thinking. Read it, meditate on it, because that is a really important thing. Take time, be still, feed yourself, meditate on it, and then take a step in making a change in line with that different new narrative about your life.
Right. So what was that quote again, Marcus?
As a person thinks in his heart and mind, because they're linked in Jewish thought. So
they're linked, yeah, I believe that as well. Sorry, yeah. Carry on. As a man thinks in his...
As a man or a woman thinks in his heart and mind, so he or she is. In other words, what you think is what you are. So Proverbs 23:7, really important.
So it's what you think about. If you're thinking, oh, it's, it's too late, or oh, I'm fed up because I can't do this, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Won't do it. So if you can change that around, look for something positive to read, and then think about it, and talk to people. Have some fun, yeah.
And I think who you surround yourself with as well, Rob. If you're surrounding yourself with people going, oh, I'm feeling rubbish and all the time, and I'm getting old, and there's no hope, then that's not a good thing to...
They say that you are the 5 people that you hang around with most is who you are. So just watch, try and cheer people up, and then they'll cheer you up in return. Anyway, 1 minute left.
Yes, come on.
What free resource would you like to share with our audience? Where can they?
I suppose I don't have a physical resource. My free resource would be more soul care than body care. I mean, I'm a church leader, I'm a pastor.
That's fine.
If I could box up hope, then I would send it all over the place. I think you're the same with this, Rob. And I think hope is something that's in short supply at this time in our nation, certainly, and for many. So my resource would be the Bible, because that's where I get most of my help. And even if you don't believe, there is that book that I mentioned. If you don't believe in God, Jesus, all of that, there's still some great wisdom, as there are in lots of different writings from different religions. And there's a book called Proverbs, which has great one-liners, like I've just mentioned, that you can take, meditate on, and implement in your life, that which will change the narrative of your life, whatever age you are. And the Psalms too. The Psalms have great poetry which you can take, and they take through all the emotions of life, but the psalmist always comes out of it with hope. And so I would unashamedly recommend Psalms and Proverbs in the Bible.
Brilliant. Marcus, thanks so much for that. That's a wrap. We'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
My pleasure, Rob. Bye.
Thanks for checking out the Art of Vibrancy podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes, subscribe, rate us, and leave a review, and I'll love you forever. And if you'd like to try my energy boosting, inflammation busting, brain and body food breakfast, head over to www.breakfastofbrilliance.com and download the recipe today. See you soon. Bye.